What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Nate here from Out of the Basement, bringing you a brand new movie review. Today we are going to be talking about the brand new Friday the 13th fan film, Never Hike Alone. This movie just dropped on YouTube completely free on Friday the 13th, so I had to give it a watch because I'm a huge fan of Friday the 13th, and we will have a franchise ranking out. I know everyone does a franchise ranking, but we're going to have one out here soon enough. But I wanted to talk about this because it was a really awesome fan film, and I just kind of want to spread the knowledge of its existence, even though it was kickstarted, made about $19,000, I believe. So that's pretty awesome, and I had just heard about it very recently, discovered the YouTube channel and found the trailer, and I was instantly intrigued, and then found out that it was coming out very soon. So it was like a real quick turnaround there. I didn't have to wait very long to see it, but the basic premise of the movie is we have a hiker slash vlogger, I would say, who's going into the woods, goes on hikes and vlogs them, possibly a YouTube channel or something like that. So that's an interesting idea, and he goes to hike alone, and in the middle of his hiking route he discovers the abandoned Camp Crystal Lake. So obviously things don't go well for him from that point, meeting up with Jason pretty quickly because of the movie. Actually, it's not a feature-length film. It's 54 minutes, I think, maybe some change here and there, but it's available on YouTube completely free. I'll have a link for it down below, so you can definitely check that out because I recommend it right off the bat. I'm going to say that if you are a fan of Friday the 13th, if you are a fan of slashers, then you're definitely going to enjoy this movie. I feel like it's an interesting take on Jason as a character, just because you've never really seen him in a one-on-one environment, and him versus one other person just is kind of interesting because most of the time, obviously, the camp counselors and just people in general in the Friday the 13th franchise don't really stand a chance against Jason, but our main character, our main actor in this movie, he definitely puts up a fight at a few points and escapes from Jason's clutches, but he also has to deal with surviving in the wilderness all by himself. So that's, again, a pretty interesting concept. There's a surprise at the end that I definitely don't want to ruin, and I'm not going to say anything else other than that there's a surprise, and you should definitely watch the entire movie. Don't click out of it at any point, but that's all I'm going to say about that because I was seriously so freaking excited when this happened. The movie in general, I was just totally stoked on. Like, I was happy through the whole movie, and then right when it seemed like it was wrapping up, the movie just took fan service to a whole nother level, which typically I'm not a huge fan of sort of like gimmicky stuff like that, but I'm just such a sucker for Friday the 13th that I was super happy with what had happened. So make sure you check that out if you're a fan of the franchise. And I honestly think that if you're not, I watched it with co-host of Out of the Basement, Steven, and then one of our other buddies, Mike, and they both enjoyed it, and they haven't seen barely any Friday the 13th movies. So I think it holds on its own as well. It's a very suspenseful, well-crafted movie, sort of a cat and mouse game, which also has some pretty nice visuals. I really liked the way the movie was shot. Loved all the drone shots and a lot of interesting camera angles and such. Really made Jason big and imposing, which whoever played Jason, tip of the hat to you, sir. Really liked the big, powerful, imposing nature that Jason had in this. And there was a lot of times where the camera would, like, have a lower angle, so he looked even bigger. The one thing, my really only one negative is something really stupid, and it's totally a nitpick, but Jason, they clearly did some ADR for the boots, for his walking noises, and it's mixed a little too loud. Like, if it was just a little quieter, it wouldn't be so bad, but it's really, like, really loud thudding, but that is totally just like a minor nitpick and doesn't really ruin anything at all. Visually, very nice. I like the way that they designed Jason's mask. It doesn't have any of the check marks. It's a little bit more damaged. Even the gore effects, because there are times when our main character is injured and he's bloodied up, and there's a couple scenes of him like patching himself up that are pretty gruesome, and then there's some other just gruesome moments in general. Really enjoyed the special effects. Thought they did a great job on that. So It's awesome. It feels really weird to be reviewing essentially another YouTube video, but I felt like this one was important, and I wanted to shed some light on it, even though, you know, the video already has a ton of views and this video definitely won't. But just in case, you know, I feel like the more videos that are made about this, the more people that it will attract, and it definitely deserves all the attention that it can get. If I had to give it a rating, I would say that it is a 8 out of 10. If you're a fan of the franchise, you're definitely going to enjoy this short film. It's a new, interesting take. Exactly what I needed from Friday the 13th. You know, they didn't have to go overboard. Like, you knew exactly what it was. You knew the stakes. It got right to the point. You're in and out. 54 minutes. So what did you guys think? Did you watch Never Hike Alone? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, if you enjoyed my review, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And of course, if you are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me. We're pretty close to 500 subscribers, so that is awesome. And it would be awesome if we could hit that milestone before the end of the year. So thank you so much for watching, guys. This is Nate from Out of the Basement, and I will talk to you later.